Wait, Daddy. That sounds dangerous, but, did the princesses, shout at you for saying those things?
Well, meadowlush, about that, I would eventually talk to the princess and tell her what I had to say. What do you want? Didn't I tell you to report to Prince... what's his name? You should be ashamed of yourself, princess. Why? Because you keep saying that hate is bad and we shouldn't hate, but then you turn around and hate and persecute ponies who hate. So, I don't see a contradiction in that. Can I get some guards in here, please? And yes, meadowlush, she actually called the guards onto me. I'm already here, princess. Can you arrest this insolent and slightly overweight pony? How dare she call me overweight? I was a good-looking pony back then, meadowlush. At least I thought so. But I didn't say anything about that. Wait, I have more to say. Look, I don't want to hear whatever it is you have to say. Why? What could possibly be the harm of hearing a pony out? Look, whatever you're going to say is going to be hateful. And if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything. I hate it when ponies do that. Excuse me? And yes, the guards were kind of about... also a little bit against the princess. I hate it when ponies are so sure they're right that they refuse to hear anything that contradicts them. Sentinel, I don't want to hear what some pony has to say if it's a message of hate. Even if it's true? Has the entire world turned against me? And yes, Double Check was, apparently some secretary of the princess. What if something hurts some pony's feelings, but it's true? The truth doesn't hurt, only lies hurt, and hurt is just 2 letters away from hate. What if you're wrong, princess? What if I'm wrong? What if you're wrong? What if you told your mother that you don't actually like her cooking? How rude. What if you told your brother he'll never be an artist because he can't draw? I never had a brother? What if I told your daughter that she'll never marry a prince and become a princess? That was not nice, meadowlush. You're my daughter and I didn't approve of those things. And what if none of those things are actually true? And even if it's all true, is it worth sentencing the entire Crystal Kingdom to freeze? Oh, that's right, I never told you what the Crystal Heart actually does, did I? The Crystal Heart is a conduit between the crystal ponies and the love-charged crystals beneath the city. Yes, it's what the other pony, her husband, taught us before. Meaning that if we stop loving each other, it's cut off, and then our crops will freeze, and then everything will go badly. Isn't intolerance just another form of hatred? Ah! She knew I was right. Get out of my castle now! Well, she told me to go out of the castle, so I went to the only pony outside of the castle who I know I could talk to about this, and that was her husband. Whew, meadowlush, this is going to be a long day. Well, meadowlush, I did get thrown out of the castle, but I kind of had an idea to go to the pony who was with me on this. And I apparently took a wrong door again. So I went to the balcony and talked to Prince Overwatch. Again. Because he also saw that the princess wasn't doing nice things. I heard what happened down there. What were you thinking? I told Princess Gumdrop the truth. Oh. What do you mean, oh? You see, the thing about truth, even if something is true, it can still hurt some pony's feelings. And then that could cause the Crystal Heart to not get enough love, and the warmth of love will fade, and the Crystal Kingdom will freeze. Okay. And he told me about the warmth of love and how sometimes you need to be careful in what we say. How much love and then he told me back about the two ponies who got the letters, and he said how much love they would have felt if they had been allowed to have their hateful conversation, which wasn't really hateful, it was just a normal conversation. And yes, they would have produced a lot of love. And a little bit. And the solution was because when you're telling someone they're not allowed to hate, you're making hate. And however, she wasn't listening to Prince Overwatch because, well, he was her husband, and well, he told me to eventually go to the princess again and talk to her. So, about that. So, I eventually went to Princess Gumdrop the same night. I misteleported somehow. And I ended up somewhere strange, some strange pathway, which, well, it happens if you're a pony who teleports everywhere, but I did find my way back into the castle eventually, and they did let me inside, and so I went inside the castle and finished what we had started, meadowlush. Oh boy. How did you get in here? I told her that I wanted to apologize for being a little blunt. I know how to stop the Crystal Kingdom from freezing. What are you talking about? You have to stop hating, Princess. So, okay, thanks for the advice. So basically, just keep doing what I've been doing. Got it, thanks. Double check. I'm right here. Can you make a poster of this pony that says this pony? Can you make a poster of this pony that says this pony, if seen again in the Crystal Kingdom, is to be banished to the Ice Plains? I'm trying to help you. How? How are you helping me? How are you helping any pony? I'm trying to solve the Crystal Kingdom. Oh wait, I can't wait to hear this one. By being intolerant of those who are intolerant, you make yourself no better than they are hatred. If you're intolerant to those that are intolerant, then, it's not nice. You don't believe me? And the guards were standing there staring at the princess, and double check as well. What are you all staring at? Well, it's just that you always told us that name calling was hateful. In fact, you told every pony that. So I slipped up. I'm not perfect. Why can't other ponies say the name? They're not perfect either. Okay, you got me. What do you want? I wanted to ask them to stop the program of enforcing love. Nope, sorry, can't do that. Well, I can. Overwatch. And her husband came in. The Crystal Ponies put their trust in you. They trusted you with their homes, their livelihoods, and their lives. You and your ridiculous laws are causing the warmth of love to fail and the Crystal Kingdom to freeze. But that's... Silence! Now you must pay for your crimes. We should banish her. Yeah, banish her. I'm so sorry, every pony. I'm sorry for letting you down. Sorry isn't good enough. You don't get any second chances. For your failure to fulfill your duties of office, I hereby strip you of your title of princess and banish you from the Crystal Kingdom. You can't be serious. That sounds like a harsh punishment, though. Then I'll banish you too! And now chaos was everywhere. Okay. What do we say, every pony? Let's say the first one. I never realized you were a meanie. You do that? You'd go with me after everything I've done? Yes, no pony is perfect, and I'd rather leave with you than stay... what? I'm going to... What? Me too. You're banning me? Why? Because you're a huge jerk who can't forgive ponies for making mistakes and not being perfect. Because you banish ponies for simply disagreeing with each other. Because you have such a weak spine that you can't take honest criticisms because the truth offends you and you find this so horrible an injury that you've made it a crime. And because you demonstrate your intellectual bankruptcy when you silence ponies rather than argue with them. I understand now. And we kind of made her realize how other ponies felt. No, that was extremely hateful. Thank you, Gumdrop. Thank you. And of course Prince Overwatch was pretending. He probably never would have thrown me out. Yes, it was all pretended on my part, but this isn't. Gumdrop, I hereby reinstate you as Princess of the Crystal Kingdom. That implies you had the authority to take it away in the first place, Prince Overstep. Prince Overstep. So you're saying you could never be removed by any pony no matter what? I could remove myself, but I would never do that. Okay, anyway, New Leaf, I think that about wraps up your involvement in our affairs here. The Crystal Kingdom appreciates your services. I'm not rewriting the laws, you rewrite the laws. But they're your laws. You came up with them in the first place. And I'm sure those 1,000 bits and a formal apology on behalf of the princess and the Crystal Kingdom will be sufficient reparations. Gee, 1,000 bits? You think we're made of money? Make it 2,000 bits. You stay out of this. This is my treasury, not yours. 1,000 bits, 2,000 bits. This was getting strange, Meadowlush. It's the Crystal Kingdom's treasury, dear. 1,000 bits. Take it or leave it. I'll take it. Splendid. Here you go, and thanks again for everything. I'll show you. Thanks. Let it go, Lemon Drop. Lemon. And so, Meadowlush, my quest in the Crystal Kingdom came to a close. I went from being thrown out of the castle to shouting at the princess, and from, finding hate to solving hate within the princess. But that day, we learned a very valuable lesson in love and friendship, and that we have to allow hate and not pursue ponies for hating, but instead, accepting them. So, what I did do, let's see. Next, I was going to check on those ponies in the stadium, of course, because I wanted to tell them that they, they didn't get thrown out, and that's all well. Alright, every pony. And next, I would go back into the stadium and see where those two ponies are, and told them the news. And they didn't really... Apparently, they must have gotten the news, but, Meadowlush, I was surprised. I had somehow been given 1,000 bits, Meadowlush. That is a lot of bits, and with that, well, I really wasn't sure what to do with a lot of bits, Meadowlush. I usually don't eat much, but, I eventually did, leave the Crystal Kingdom and try to return home. So I left the stadium, but I wanted to see some of the scenery while we were outside here, and the Crystal Kingdom is actually really colorful at night. But But there was one problem. I could have teleported back, but I, didn't know the footpath. So let's see. I kind of thought I was going to get lost a little bit, and did a little bit. So I trotted through the streets and tried to find my way. This way? Yay. Oh my, the buildings look so interesting and crystally. I wonder what it's like to be in one of them, but meadowlush, this is how my friendship with the Crystal Kingdom started. And, well, meadowlush, sometimes you have to go through things that are not so nice to do. Alright, let's see. And then I ran into a few other ponies, such as Pitch Perfect and Coral Codex, who were good singers, and, well, I would get to meet them later, but I quickly went home and, tried to maybe get something nice and store some of the bits that I'd gotten, and of course, enjoy the amazing ride. And of course, talk to some of the ponies.
Hey there, I hope you're enjoying your visit, but if you get the chance, try taking a run or a fly through the woods. Might even find something you don't expect.
Yes, I loved running through the woods, meadowlush anyway. I was a pony who loved nature. And so I patiently waited for the train to arrive back to Canterlot, and so I sat down patiently. Well, actually, I kind of went inside and wanted to see if there's anything cool. And they apparently had snacks there, but there was, oh my. I think there were cookies there too, but no pony was looking. Okay. I should go back to Canterlot now. And so I trotted back home. And, I also couldn't resist doing the very first thing that, your daddy would come up with doing with a whole bunch of bits. And I would go to Flan's Cafe and get a whole bunch of cookies and eat there. Let's see. And Flan was, of course, a really nice pony who had gotten to meet during school times, and she was amazing. And she told me about cupcakes and all other treats, and, well, meadowlush, I'm a total sweet pony when it comes to eating things. So, I patiently sat down and listened, really. And that, meadowlush, is how I completed my quest of saving the Crystal Kingdom. And, I think the poison jokes are wearing off. Let's see. Oh wait, meadowlush, I'll show you something that I've learned in school. Let's see if I can do this. Shoot. Look, meadowlush, I'm walking on water. Anyway, meadowlush, I think we should be going home soon, and maybe there's other adventures I can tell you someday. But there's also a present that I have for you.
Wow, Daddy, that looks pretty. Thank you so much. I love flowers.
You're very welcome, meadowlush. Just promise to do your best in school, and I'm sure you're going to experience many memorable adventures. So try your best, and we'll see what we can do once we get home, meadowlush.